is going on, guys? Ryan Weber here, and I'm starting this new little series, and really it's going to be me sitting down and talking for 10 minutes about something that one of my clients had a question on or we ran into as an issue, and I want to just kind of educate you guys on some of this crazy stuff that's going on and, you know, bring in some of my clients, let them talk about what it is to do whatever it is that they do. So literally unedited, going to go back and forth. I got two cameras. Also going to have this on audio because literally what we're going to talk about today is why I'm doing this. So it's going to be hard, unedited. So what are we doing today, or why am I doing this? Well, I do content creation for other businesses. What's that mean? Well, I have no time to record my own content, and I really enjoy making content. It's something that's fun for me and something that I really do enjoy doing. So I've been putting off creating my own content. I do some YouTube videos, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, but I just don't have the time to edit all of these videos in addition to the other. I mean, my business is doing probably close to 100 videos per month for our clients. We're busy. If I added another 4 to 8 videos, you know, we just don't have the capacity. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make something super simple. We're going to do a video podcast for whatever it is that we're going to talk about. So that's why we're doing this, because all of us business owners say we don't have time. Well, I'm making time. I'm figuring it out. Whatever it is that we need, whatever it is that we need to put out. So today I'm going to talk about something that helps my clients be more efficient with the time and creating their content. And so we're going to look at creating macro and micro pieces of content for macro and micro platforms. Bunch of, you know, slang, jargon, whatever you want to say. But what this means is I'm trying to have my people focus on what's the most important first. So what is the most important? It's creating long-form, SEO-driven pieces of content that is going to drive traffic to whatever it is that they're trying to get them to go to. So what are these macro pieces of platform? What are these macro platforms, and why do I consider them macro? Macro platform number one, we're going to go with the oldest one in the book is your website. Your website is the number one search engine, which is Google. It finds your website and drives traffic to it. So how do we get people to our website? It's by written blog posts. You know, the SEO Google algorithm really emphasizes the text and the content that's put on your website. So if you're doing consistent blog posts around what people are searching for in Google and what they're typing in, your website's going to get more traffic. So that is a macro piece of platform or macro platform, and the macro piece of content for that would be blog posting. So if blog posting is something that you enjoy, if you're a good writer, I would highly, highly suggest taking the time out and at least creating one blog post per week. It's only going to help drive traffic to your macro platform, which is your website. Macro platform number two search engine in the world, YouTube. Long form videos on YouTube are what works. YouTube's number one deciding factor as far as ranking a channel and pushing content is average watch time, or how many minutes that video is watched on average. So here's the example. Why do YouTubers have 20-minute videos? Because they're trying to increase that average watch time. If I have a video that is 10 minutes long and you watched 20% of it, that means you watched 2 minutes of that video. That's only 20% to get 2 minutes of average watch time, versus if I have a 30-minute video and you watched 20% of it, I'm getting 6 minutes of average watch time. So you can kind of see this is why they have longer form videos. If I created a 1-minute video and put it on YouTube and I had a 100% average watch time, that means everybody watched the entire video. I'm still only getting a 1 minute of average watch time, which means my video's not going to be ranked as high as the video that had only 20% of average watch time, or 20% of average watch time, but it was 6 minutes of average watch time. So when you're considering creating content for YouTube, the longer people will watch that video is how YouTube ranks. It's the most important ranking factor. So the last one, and we'll break these down a little bit more. The last one that I look at for a macro piece of content or macro platform, and this is the most underutilized for what I'm looking at. All my research says supply and demand. There is not enough supply for the demand for podcasting. And that's why I'm doing this video podcast, because I want to be able to put it out on audio, but then also on video. So I'm getting the podcasting platform out of it. I'm also getting the YouTube. And if I wanted to take the time, I'd also get the, sorry, I was looking at one of my cameras to see if it was recording. This is like the fourth time I've tried to record this. I have two cameras and the podcast audio, and the first three times I had one of them not on. So side note, sorry. Where were we? Why I'm doing video podcast? Because I'm going to be able to produce a video. I'm going to be able to produce audio. And then if I wanted to, I could break this down and I could rewrite this into a blog post. I'd get all three of those macro pieces of content. When I look at efficiency, this takes me 10 minutes. I'm not going to edit these. They're literally going to go into my video editor. I use Final Cut Pro, and I'm going to overlay all three of these, and I'm going to just switch between the cameras so it's a little more visually interesting. That's it. But then from there, I can create all of my content for my micro platforms, which would be a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok if I wanted to, Snapchat, all of those other platforms that are not SEO driven. You can create your micro pieces of content from this. So what's that mean? I have a 10-minute video here. If I want to cut something up for Instagram, maybe I say something that's pure gold. I don't know. But it took me 30 seconds to go over that thing. I'm going to cut out that 30 seconds. Maybe I'll put the header at the top. I'll put the subtitles down at the bottom, and I've created that purely for Instagram. It's a micro platform. It's not SEO driven. The purpose of that is to drive people to my macro piece of content. So creating posts on Instagram you don't make money on that. You don't get anything out of Instagram. The goal of that is awareness, and then push people to the platform where you're creating your macro pieces of content. So another example, maybe I have another quote on here where I said three things. I posted a quote today, comes from one of these podcasts. I can take a picture or a screenshot of this, and then over on the side over here, I can put the quote that I said in this podcast and say, to listen more, or to listen to the full version, go listen to this podcast on Apple Podcast. Here's what it is. So that's the importance, in my opinion, of creating macro pieces of content first, because it's SEO driven, it's search results driven. But then the efficiency standpoint, you create that once, and the amount of content that you can cut out of that macro piece of content gives you endless supply for the entire month. So if you focused your efforts on saying, I'm going to create 4 macro pieces of content every month. This is why I prefer video. This is why I want to be able to put videos out there, because I can cut 2 videos at least, either long form, 2 or 3 minutes, or shorter, I guess that would be medium form, or shorter form, 10 to 30 seconds. For whatever platform it is. And so that's going to allow me to have the most flexibility, leverage of my time, and I'm going to actually be able to create the content that I've been trying to get out there that I just haven't had the time for. And so that's what we do with my clients. When we sit down and we say, what is our plan for this month? First thing I look at, what is the macro platform that you want to do? If they say, I prefer writing, great, let's get some blog posts written down. I need 4 of them. And then from there, we're going to create all the other content for the month based off of that. If that makes sense to you, give me a like. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. If you are on a podcast platform, go give me a rating. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever all the things are that you do. Listen to the next few. I've got a bunch of information like this. Like I said, it's kind of unscripted, off the cuff, things that are happening for my clients. I want to be able to help as much as possible. Once again, guys, I mean, I'm looking at the time, 10:15. I'm right on time. I'm pretty happy about that. But my name's Ryan Weber. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't have a name for this thing yet, so whatever you see is what you get.